One, two, we live once again. It's on that boy Big Tex the Lonestar.
DJ Unknown, aka the Unknown DJ.
And this is Surround Sound DJ TV. It's been a minute since we talked to y'all, man. Sorry for the delay, but you know how it goes in life. Things get to rolling. You have to roll with the punches. From last time we talked, I did get married, so I'd like to say congratulations to myself.
Congratulations, baby.
Appreciate it, and my new wife, Miss Kendra Nicole Williams. So, you know, boy, been busy. I hadn't been able to get no rest or no sleep. You know, they say 90% grind, 10% sleep, so that's what we've been doing. What it do, Unknown?
Oh, man, you know, I just been grinding, man, doing these parties, you know, collecting these checks, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. But also, you know, I've been looking at for the new up-and-coming artists, man. I've been, you know, trying to find that because we need that in the game right now because, you know, it's just getting oversaturated with certain type of music. And, you know, I'm just, you know, looking forward to, you know, new and improved, better music, man.
Yeah, man, I understand. I feel you on that, man. Y'all gotta forgive us, man. You know, we've been out of pocket so long. We came with our little notes and our little cheat sheets. We are broadcasting live from Music Depot, which is on the north side of Houston, Texas. This is the Mecca, man. And some sad news to report. The store is officially closing. As of this broadcast, we're looking at October the 30th as being the last day that the store will be open. Giving shouts out to Big O and DJ, the owners, the Hamptons, Kevin Hampton also as well. Man, the store had a good run, but just based off of the gift and curse of technology, most people are going towards downloading, or to be honest with you, they hitting the bootleg man up. So retail mom and pop stores, they've been dying out the last real 8 to 10 years, really. You know, and I know that our store was the last retail store in Houston. I mean, we outlasted the FYEs, the Sam Goodies. I think the only other retail store that may have a leg still standing is Soundwaves, and they recently closed down their last primarily urban hip-hop store back in July. So, you know, it is what it is, man.
And, you know, going back to, you know, a few of our earlier shows, also shout out to the shows that we did before, man. You know, take a look at those, you know what I'm saying? I think we got about 3 or 4 of them that we did over the last year and a half. But, you know, this store pretty much, you know, drove us to doing what we're doing right now, DJing and, you know, bringing up artists and, you know, keeping the music alive. Because the music's not going to die. You know, stores open and close, but the music is always going to be there. So we have a lot of pride in this store. What the stores made us and made us the DJs that we are, because we were forced to learn different types of music, you know, in order to sell. So we appreciate that, you know, old DJ Kelvin. You know, it's not gonna die. We go carry on the dream, man.
Exactly, man. Like I say, Music Depot, the physical body of it will close the stores, but through, you know, Unknown and myself, man, we're going to keep the legacy going on, man, because like he said, you know, being a DJ, you must be diverse in the type of music that you play, and, you know, people come and request you stuff, so you always got to stay on your P's and Q's. And I know when I first got into the game, I'm a hip-hop head. I was born in the late 70s, so I grew up on this in the bloodline, but to find out about rock music, you know, the Bee Gees and Rod Stewart and, you know, hell, Sting and all those type of cats, man. I learned that coming out of this store, you know, being able to know about product knowledge, and that's what helped us to become salesmen, to keep the doors open. So, you know, like I say, once again, shouts out to the Music Depot. You know, like I say, the doors are closing, but we're going to, you know, keep it alive through what we're doing with our music. One of the next topics that we want to talk about recently, everything is reality TV right now, man. I'm really sick of it to a point because nothing's reality no more. I mean, they say reality TV, man, but really the last reality TV was MTV Real World, probably like the second year. After that, everything became scripted, and it's just a figmentation of people's imagination. It's just straight entertainment. American Idol has to revamp their lineup as far as their judges, and they brought on Nicki Minaj. I forgot the white gentleman name. I want to say maybe Keith Urban. Is that his name?
I believe so. It's a country artist.
Country artist, okay. And also Mariah Carey to go along with Randy Jackson. Now, just within maybe the last week or two of this broadcast, Mariah and Nicki got into almost a full-fledged knockdown about what we really don't know, but Nicki threatened to kill Mariah, and Mariah went to get extra security. Just a mess. Now, me personally, I think on one of my our last broadcast, we had spoke on Nicki Minaj. She was on the front cover of the Vibe and this and that. I think, her 15 minutes really is going to be up in a minute because she has talent, but I think it's just she's more the puppet now, and those strings are being pulled to where they're making a mockery of her or what her music could be and her career, and it's just like here today, gone tomorrow. And I see her really out the door in a few minutes with the music that she's putting out and the antics that she's starting to do.
Well, first off, I pretty much think that's WWE to start off, just because the voice is killing their ass right now. So I think they needed to drum up some support to draw some eyes to that. So I think that's all. That's fake. I don't believe that. Now, as far as Nicki Minaj and you saying 15 minutes, I had to disagree with you on that, man. Honestly, I think it's just getting started. I don't particularly agree with the direction Nicki's going in, but it's making her cheddar, it's making her cheese, and it's helping her to cross over. Now, as far as the role she's going, I kind of think she's going in the lane of Lil Wayne right now, where
I don't like him either.
He's changed, from the hot boy back in the day to what he is right now. I mean, if you look back in the day, look at different artists that has started off one way and transformed another way, man, you got a lot of folks out there that have done that. And I mean, the true fans go stick with them. The bandwagon fans will just go, ride with them until they don't like them no more and then fall off. Because, you still look at it. I mean, if you look at the top 5, 10, songs of any 3 or 4 months at a time, I mean, you go see Wayne and you go see Nicki in it. So that ain't going nowhere.
To me, that's how it will look good. But it's almost, they had the song, I forgot which one of the artists was, like, turn the radio off. But my thing with Nicki, is like, and with Wayne, it's like, as an artist, really and truly, you gain real fans by actually giving the audience a piece of you and your music. None of the music really has any substance. Like, the only song that I can really feel Nicki Minaj on was Moment for Life. To me, that was a beautiful song because, it was about something. A lot of these other songs, and don't get me wrong, every song don't have to be deep. You're going to have something to party on and what have you, but give me some substance. Stop saying the same stuff. Like, and we're going to get to this a little bit later in our musical review, but on Lil Wayne's dedication for mixtape, he talks about eating punani the whole CD. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I don't need you to tell me how to do that. Give me something. Like in the last, I'm gonna say maybe 4 or 5 years since his transformation to being really kind of the guy in the game, he hadn't really brought nothing to the table. I mean, he may give you a song every now and again, but everything is just kind of repetitive. He just saying it in a different manner.
I think honestly, what's happening with Lil Wayne is he's making his transition to the back of the of YMCMB, the way he just play the baby role. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, that dedication we gonna talk about it in a second, but prelude to what my opinion of it is, I think he just threw it out and just put something out just because either baby they had a date when it needed to be out or what. But we gonna talk about that later. But as far as Wayne, man, you know, I like I said, I just think he's falling to the background, and he go let Nicki and Drake and Khaled and you know all of the new people on there take over for that. So I don't think in the next 2 or 3 years, I really don't think you're gonna see Wayne. You might see him on a you know, a feature here and there, but you probably won't see him there. But as far as, you know, what's, you know, the substance of what they talking about, man, I honestly think in the clubs, you know what I'm saying, the parties that we do, I mean, in the end, you know, we'll get folk to the dance floor, man. It's right now, it's 2 Chainz, it's Wayne, it's Drake, it's Nicki. Future is right now the trap music, the hood music. Honestly, that's what's bringing, you know, people to the dance floor. It's kind of a gift and a curse because, you know, I need my dance floor packed, and if 2 Chainz is gonna get them on the dance floor, if that's gonna get them on the dance floor, that's what I got to do. Now, I might not like it. You know, half the music I play, I really don't like, but
that'll be the shit that I don't.
Yeah. Chief, yeah, but that's what get them on the floor, man. So
yeah, I can understand that, man. Well, next topic, the BET Awards, the Young Jeezy camp versus Rick Ross camp. Me personally, right now, man, the older I get is almost like the less TV that I watch, and I'm really so glad that I have eliminated BET out of my repertoire, because from what I heard, as far as just on the Twitter feed and the Facebook, pretty much the award show was trash, and this was just something that made it more garbage. So if you saw it, you can speak on a little bit more. Like you say, WWE is very prevalent in hip hop right now, and you know, I don't even know why these 2 dudes beefing. Both of them are good artists as far as like putting out pretty decent music, but you know, they need to squash it, basically.
Again, WWE, I don't believe either side. I don't believe anything about that. I mean, well, I take that back. Gunplay is a fool. He's a fool. I really think that he lived that life.
On Gunplay. Who camp he in?
Well, he's with a Ross. He actually was one of Ross' original, you know, road dogs. He was kind of like Gucci and Waka Flocka was. That was like his right hand for a while. But you know, I mean, they still down with him, but he's kind of off. So in the parking lot, that issue, I think that was real with him and 50 people. Mm-hmm. But that Jeezy and Ross, I think that was just because Big Boy Neighborhood. I just watched the interview that they had with Ross with Jeezy, and he was talking about it. And Jeezy was kind of like, yeah, whatever, you know, just gone on. And another, when we go in a little bit when we start talking about the reviews, the Black Bar Mitzvah for Rick Ross, he actually has a song referencing the damn awards. He dropped it like maybe 2 or 3 days. I think it was like 2 or 3 days after the awards or the next day, whatever. But that just goes to show you, man. It's all about. It probably was promo for that mixtape coming out. We gonna talk about that in a few.
All right. Well, next up, man, we're gonna talk about our music mixtape review. First online is a dedication for. Recently came out as of our broadcast. It may have been out a month or so. I reviewed it because the other dedications were halfway decent, but this one here, man, like the beat selection that was he chose pretty much the hot stuff that was out right now, but just the subject matter was just, I mean, my brain felt like mush after listening to it. It was nothing that I would play again. So
was it original beats or was it?
No, it was all you know. I know he did like Cashing Out beat. He did No Lie. So just mostly whatever the hits were, that's what he flowed off.
Right, so he jacked the beats. Okay.
Didn't do anything for me. So if I had to give it out of 5 stars, it was like 2 stars, man. It really, kind of thrown together. The only thing that I liked really was the outro. Because on the outro, he took the Outkast Sporty the Dopalicious, and they just took that kind of looped, and he was just talking over it. But it was so inspiring just to hear some good old school hip hop. That was the only thing I liked on it, really.
Yeah, I think the biggest controversy that came out of the mixtape is the Nicki Minaj verse on that one track where she was talking about rhyming. So that that got us some buzz, and it did what it did. When it came out, I didn't immediately jump on it. I kind of listened to what the streets say at first, to see how, because that's ultimately gonna tell you whether it's hot or not, and it really didn't really have that much heat to it, so it kind of just faded away, and everybody looking for the the next one.
All right. Next up is Lil Kiki's The Leak, which is one of his first mixtape that he actually kind of put out on that Piff or livemixtape.com. Actually, man, this one here was a solid F from Lil Kiki, man. You know we are from Houston, so we got a H-Town
bias.
Yeah, a little H-Town bias, but Lil Kiki, man, he is definitely over the last 20 years, man. It's really incredible to say him to have a 20-year rap career, but he's one of the ones who's had a 20-year rap career, and he's still going at it. You know, subject matter hasn't changed a lot, but it just, it's almost like going home to grandma's house and eating her peach cobbler. You know it's gonna be good every time. And Lil Kiki, every time he come out with something, it's always good. He got a new album coming out October 23rd. The name of it escapes me, but the lead single is called Candy Red. He actually put this on that mixtape, and my goodness, man. I mean, when you talk about some good old down southern hip hop, that country fried rap tune, that's it, man.
Yeah, and actually, that was the one that stood out to me when I first heard it, because it really took you back to the SUC. And it, hopefully, I mean, we got Trey. I mean, since Trey signed with T.I., I really haven't seen anything other than the underground. I guess he's trying to build a buzz. The underground videos that he put out, 2 and 3 minute videos that we put out. But shout out to him. Shout out to Kirko, man. Kirko is doing the damn thing. I think he just released his most recent mixtape I want to say it was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, Procrastination 4.
Yeah, the 4, and he's doing his thing. I think him and Meek Mills has a track together that's really heating up on the East Coast right now. So just going off on a tangent here, just looking at the H-Town artists that are coming. Slim is still in the mix. He's staying relevant through Twitter and everything. The Summertime in the City. I'm not sure how much outside of the region that has done, but I'm kind of waiting on another. I mean, I don't know if he dropped a mixtape with Slim. I don't know.
He had a one called Thug Thursdays. We have been getting a lot of people asking about it here in the store, because we closed down. We didn't bring any new product in, but Thug Thursday was his last mixtape, and I didn't had a chance to hear it yet. Him and Zero are supposed to be coming out with a collaboratory effort album, which will have the Summertime joint. And also, quick shout out to Zero. He dropped another release through Rap-A-Lot, The Angel Dust. One of the last things I do want to talk about, going back to Trey. Trey dropped his Black Print mixtape, which is the first one they released through Grand Hustle. Now, as I listen to the whole mixtape, Trey has always been a street hood rapper. You know what I'm saying? But he's also had the introspective rhymes to where he'll actually give you a piece of him in his music. And this one here, man, it really had a dark feel to it, because he had been through some tragedies lately with losing some friends. Then he had gotten shot, so he got some real songs on there, man. It's like it really is spooky. I mean, it's just like he went that deep with it. They got some some other stuff like Bitch I'm from Texas. They got like Kurt Cole and Paul Wall and Slim Thug and Zero. So he got that kind of stuff. But it's really a deep mixtape, man, deeper than what I expected it to be. And I'll give it thumbs up. I'm really anticipating his album with Grand Hustle, and hopefully, now that he's with a bigger machine, that they can get him some radio play. Because we haven't heard Trey on the radio since the incident he did had with Nate, formerly of 97.9 The Box. So hopefully, they can get that cleared up so he can start playing this stuff on the radio again.
Yeah. And before we get out the mixtape discussion, I want to give a shout out to DJ Byrne. He's a DJ that's been affiliated with one of my mentors, DJ Tantraman, the Texans DJ Squad. He DJs a lot at the TSU campus over there, doing a lot of college parties, but he's branching out, and he just dropped a weekly series called called Burnt Popcorn. And what it is unique. It's basically taking the top 40 hits. He's kind of infused some hip hop in it, and I had a chance to listen to the first one he dropped last week. It was really nice, well put together. And he's going into the EDM, the electric dance music, because I mean that's pretty much what everything is transitioning to as far as international fame. That's something I'm interested in getting into. I've been doing some studying on electronic dance music and top 40 and stuff like that, because I want to branch outside of hip hop and R&B. I want to, still do it, but just expanding my horizons. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to DJ Burn. I'm gonna put some information on that where y'all can download it. Just giving some local DJs some love here in H-Town. So DJ Burn, what's up, baby?
I read it, man. Next on our list of topics is just who's hot in hip hop right now. Now, I've been back working here at the store, I guess the past 6 weeks or so, and for whatever reason, man, and I don't want you guys to ever think that my criticism is hating, but man, Future the hottest dude in the street right now, and I really don't know why. They love that song, Turn On the Lights, Turn Off the Lights. It just don't do anything for me. Now, I did like Same Damn Time, but Tony Montana, like, I reviewed most of his album. It just wasn't something that I buy bang, but he is the hottest cat right now coming on the street. Next on the list is 2 Chainz.
Before you move on, yeah. With Future, man, the only thing I have against Future is I hope he tones down the singing and do more rapping, you know what I'm saying? Because now I have to disagree with you again, man. The Turn Off the Light song is actually it's interesting because it's not a club banger. Well, I'll take that back. It is a club banger by default, but it's not necessarily get out on the dance floor and shake it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard the song by now. But I don't know, man. It just has that I don't know, man. It's like a chill, and the message is actually pretty decent.
He got a message to
it? Well, he talking. I don't know if it's a metaphor, but he is mentioning a woman that he's interested in. I don't know if it's a metaphor or anything, but I like kind of how he does it. So I give Future props on that song because it's all right, man. When I listen to it on the radio, I couple, and then of course you get a request for it in the party, so you go play it.
But
so
my thing is when I hear it, it just sounds like a knockoff of T-Pain. Like, I don't want to hear no more T-Pain. If I want T-Pain, I'm going to go give you T-Pain.
That's why I was saying he needs to tone down on the singing. But overall, I had a chance to listen to the mixtape, and the only downside I had to the mixtape was all the singing. It was like, stop. That's like with Kirko. He's kind of he hasn't stopped, but he's toned it down a little bit to where he's doing a little bit more rapping and a little less singing. He's kind of keeping it balanced. You know what I'm saying? Kind of how Drake did, because Drake had to do it. He had to have a balance. You can't sing all the time. You can't rap because you that hybrid type rapper singer. So, but yeah, I cover the Future.
Well, we agree to disagree, man. 2 Chainz, another one.
Nah, I would have to say 2 Chainz is probably number one in my opinion right now.
Hot in the street. Well, yeah. I'm just kind of really basing it off of what I've been seeing on the streets and kind of in the store what the requests have been having. Now, 2 Chainz. Now, I really, when I first kind of heard him like reintroduce himself from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz, like again, a lot of the music I just don't. It's not for me. I guess I'm just in that generation that, going back to Pop, Big, Snoop, them cats. That's what I grew up on. That's what I like. A lot of these newer cats, it's just not there for me. But I do respect the hell out of 2 Chainz because as I kind of did my research on him, going on YouTube and checking out some more of his videos, he has a very unique story as far as 2 Chainz. We the same age. We 35. Which was interesting because really looking at him coming out as a solo artist now, don't nobody in hip hop come out that old as a solo artist and actually really have success. So, he studied the game. If you get a chance, just Google YouTube him and put his name up out there and check out some of the videos, the interviews, not necessarily the music, and you will see, man, he's very smart, man. Like he was saying that he graduated high school. He did a little hustle, but it wasn't, he just had to go out there and sell dope. He was just trying to, get him some, new clothes or whatever. And I respect him for that because most everybody who come out now, man, they all Tony Montana. They all Manuel Noriega. They all sold all the dope, man. I'm like, hey, man, y'all
and a lot of dope dealers in the game. Man.
So,
everybody.
Like I say, I respect him because of his business sense and reading up on some other stuff from him. Man, he's getting $100,000 a feature. Did you know that?
That's not surprising, man. It's really not.
And so
Because I mean, his ad lib is probably the I mean, when you hear it,
Yeah.
I mean, recently I
It's
listened
very
to
distinctive.
I listened. It was just a side note. I listened to Sports Talk Radio here in Houston, and it's actually been they was talking about 2 Chainz last Friday about the birthday song, man. Again, birthday song right now is, I wouldn't say it's the hottest song right now in the club, but you throw that on, you go get the reaction. You play that song.
All right, the next cat is Meek Mills. Meek Mills, of course, he's out the Maybach Music Group with Rick Ross clique. He's had the basically his heat is off the mixtape so far. He's on the MMG compilation, but his album got pushed back to the end of this month, I think, October. But he's hot in the street. Got the song called Amen, which is kind of controversial. He got called out early in the summer by a preacher somewhere, maybe in Chicago or somewhere in the Midwest, that told him that it was blasphemous for him to reference God in that manner and whatnot. I'm a religious person. To be honest with you, it's almost like your entertainment, your religion. It's really kind of a touchy subject. But I understand where the pastor was coming from. But I also understand, as an artist, you got to have the creative ability to put out, what you want to put out. So if you might not agree with it, that's fine. Just like we up here, Unknown and I, we disagree on certain stuff. But, that's my man's opinion. That's my opinion. We both respect it. So shout out to Meek Mills. He's doing this thing. If y'all, cut for his music, please go buy his music. Like I said, the album come out later on.
Yeah, well, it's Meek Mills, man. Like I said, you got the song with Kurt Cole. I appreciate it seemed like he reaching out to Houston, Dallas, Texas. Rick Ross in general, man. He down here like every other week anyway. So I'm glad that they going back and reaching back, because a lot of the music that's out right now, they have a lot of H-Town, Texas type, ingredients in they, for the lack of a better term, ingredients in their music. So the drink, even though it's not something to glorify, but the drink, the perp, what I'm saying, all that, everybody know where that started. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that they finally starting to reach back, because the All-Star coming in January, man. So everybody will be down here again. So it's gonna be off the chain. But yeah, Meek Mills, Philly, what's up?
All right. Next on my list, the aforementioned the boss, Rick Ross. Rick Ross, man, he's using his smarts, man. I mean, like I say, he got Meek Mills. And really, to be honest with you, I want to kind of take this back to the discussion I was having with another partner of mine. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Even this hip-hop game, the structure is there for you to build your house. Dre did it with Aftermath. 50 did it with G-Unit. Eminem did it with Shady. It's there for the taking. You get your name hot, you become a boss, and then you get underbosses under you. That's what he's done. He's signed under Def Jam as a solo artist, but he has his Maybach Music Group, which consists of Meek Mills, Omarion. We'll talk about Omarion in a minute. Is Staley? He's part of.
Yeah, he's and do you watch First Take, man, with Skip Bayless and
Man, I told you,
Stephen A. Smith?
McKay will out right now, man.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, they actually just did the official opening monologue music for Staley and Wale.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I can YouTube that and check it out. It's pretty nice, man.
So I mean, he's doing his thing. He's putting out hot music. He's almost, in a sense, man, like he's untouchable, really, with any kind of BS beef. I mean, whether it was 50, whether it's whoever, Jeezy, he keep putting out dope lyric. Well, I ain't gonna say check dope lyric, but dope music in a sense to where it keep the dance floor hot. It's constantly on radio play. He got the formula, man, and that's how you supposed to do it. And you supposed to, in a sense, he'll be able to sit back and really, just put out music when he wants to. But he got hot new music coming from new artists. So shout out to Rick Ross. He's on the list.
Man. Yeah, he's keeping his fans fed.
Exactly.
But I can honestly say consistently from the Port of Miami all the way to the Black Bar Mitzvah that he just dropped a couple of days ago. Consistency, man. I mean, it's hard, dope boy music. and he hasn't strayed from that. I mean, he's staying in that lane. There's a you know, a section of fans and club goers that want to hear that, man. And you know, when you drop, I mean, you can drop BMF right now, you know what I'm saying, and the dance floor will get hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's consistency. I listen to the mixtape. You know, he jacking beats also. I think that's starting to be a common theme for this year. You know, jacking beats. No song really jumped out at me, but just the fact that he called it Black Bar Mitzvah, I thought was real. It was real interesting about that. And actually, Shine had an interview with one of the New York stations I listened to, and he's really taking offense to it because, you know, he's took on the Jewish faith.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and something interesting I learned about Shine. He said his mom and dad were Jewish to begin with, so you know he's from Belize. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. He was saying that, you know, he just really didn't agree with that, and I think Ross is just using it to, you know, just to promote the brand. You know what I'm saying? It would, whatever. You know, Drake is you know, he's like one of the first hip hop artists to bring Judaism to mainstream.
Right.
You know, so to speak. I didn't really. The Hell Yeah Fucking Right video, I think that was kind of
yeah, that was, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
Drake, I don't know, but
don't be shooting videos in the church.
In the church, because you go get that, you go get it, boy. But overall, I mean, hey, it was hot, but I was watching it like, yeah, I don't know about that.
It just had an eerie feeling. All right, the next artist, last on my list, was Kanye West, and really Kanye West and good music. Once again, Kanye has taken the reins. He's now a boss of his own little section of good music, which consists of Pusha T. He has Common, John Legend, Big Sean. I may be missing a few names, but I mean, he has a roster of a dope artists. He collaborates with 2 Chainz. You know, it's like they finally kind of see now, you know, let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, give a shout out to Kanye.
Well, thank you, Kanye, for, you know, getting back to your, you know, the hip hop party making tracks, because that 88 and Heartbreaks, I was getting worried about you, brother. I thought we was gonna lose
I
you,
knew
man.
that album had a chance to be great or horrible, and it was horrible.
Well, I don't want to say it was horrible, but it just wasn't what we wanted.
Right.
It wasn't what the people wanted.
Yeah, and like I say, basically, I knew because of his mom passing that he was in a weird state to where either he was going to give you the greatest music ever or he's going to give you something else. And I think he just kind of gave us something else. But he brought back on his note, you know, of course, he did the collaboration with him and Jay-Z. This, what's it called? Good Summer, Good Night Summer? What's the name of his album? They got the Click song.
Yeah, but yeah, I was about to say it. I'm not, the name escapes me, but yeah, the Click song, as far as that's bubbling right now. I say maybe that's probably top 10 as far as hits that you would play in the club right now here in Houston. So Jay-Z killed that for us.
I read it. Next thing, just want to talk about some more new music that just got released. Brandy's 211 album came out on October 2nd. She has the hot single with Chris Brown.
We need another one, Brandy.
Yeah, you know, that one was nice though. I mean, I didn't like the song with her collaborate with her and Monica. That was.
I think they kind of threw that together.
Just but the Brandy song, Chris Brown, you know, and actually it was, you know, just surprising. Chris Brown is a pretty decent rapper, you know, compared to what's out there right now. So to have him on the track actually rapping instead of singing was interesting to me. I
just can't believe they put that album out with just that one single though. I needed another one. Brandy.
Yeah, well, they might go on the budget and pull out one more.
Well, I mean, they got to sell the album now. Yeah. It's not gonna sell off just that one song right now.
Other one. This guy here, when he first came out, and just looking at his album cover, I was like, man, who is this dude, Miguel?
Prince Jr.
Man, but this boy is jamming, and like, it's undeniable. The boy keep coming out with hit. This Adorn, I mean, when I first heard it, it just reminded me of Prince Adore. But I mean, really jamming. Man. He has excellent producers who he's working with, giving him good music, and then he's got great songs that he's singing, you know, so he has a combination. He's winning right now. He might be the top R&B guy in the game right now.
It's funny about that Adorn, because the first time I ever heard of it was when people were clamoring because Mace had jumped on the remix already. Reb Mace. I think Reverend Man. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I had to turn around and listen to the original version. But that's jamming. I think that song will actually the older crowd, like the two-stepping crowd, will actually catch on to that song because it's really a nice two-step type song that you can mix in with your mix song.
All right. The other one came out, and this is for my old schooler, Miss Anita Baker. She's one of the premier R&B divas of the last 30 years. We love you, Anita. We're so glad that you came out with some new music. The new single that she put out was actually a remake of Tyrese's song Lately. And
killed it.
Tyrese, man, that ain't your song no more, man. I mean, she took it and she did it, man. Like, y'all get a chance, if y'all, urban contemporary, a little bit older, it's a beautiful song, man. Anything she sings, man, it's just instant classic. So shouts out to Anita Baker. Last but not least, I said Miguel may be the king of R&B right now, but that boy Trey Songz, man, he dropped the album 5, and he's right there with him, hit for hit. He's 3-4, at least on the radio station down here, 97.9 The Box. He 4 singles deep. I mean, it's just undeniable. He got the sex appeal for the ladies, and then he coming with the hit song, so he can't be stopped.
And he got the feature with T.I., so it's his song featuring T.I., right? Okay, right, so right. It's Trey Songz. So yeah, man, Trey Songz feeding his fan base because it's like one album every year. Almost,
every year,
man.
pretty much, yeah.
He doing his thing, man. Trey Songz.
All right, next, we getting ready to come to a close, but I personally want to give a shout out, and really I have to give thanks to DJ Unknown because he was the first one who kind of turned me on to her music. But Miss Mikey of Houston is now one of the new co-hosts of BET's 106 in Park. And we were actually trying to get her to do one of our shows. We just didn't get everything worked out or scheduled. So I know it'd probably be even tougher now to get her to come on and do the show with us. But congrats, sweetheart. Represent that H-Town. Beautiful young lady. And she has great music to both. So I'm hoping that her being able to be on a national television show like 106 in Park would help her music career get off the ground too.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because we got a tweet or something. The internet was a buzz because it was a tweet saying 106 in Park was about to be canceled. So,
exactly.
Yeah, it was weird, and they turned around and find a new. But yeah, congrats to Miss Mike. I think if you go back to the first or second episode that we had, I think that's when we referenced her grind. So yeah, she doing her thing, man.
All right. Last but not least, I just wanted to give some shouts out. Shout out to Kendra's Beauty Corner. Kendra is my wife. Like I say, we just recently got married. She dabbles in fashion, clothing, makeup, health, and beauty tips. So y'all check her out on Facebook at Kendra's Beauty Corner. And I think it's a Beautiful Kendra on Instagram. She has a lot of positive, uplifting videos for not only plus size girls, but just women in general. So y'all check her out. Gotta give a shout out to our other DJ partner, DJ Exquisite. He's rocking the Space Age apparel, and we'll put all these links down at the bottom. But Space Age apparel, he's coming with the t-shirts, the whole brand, the hats, and I know he was sponsored. He sponsored a segment on one or two of our beginning shows. But y'all make sure y'all go check him out. Is there anything else you want to speak on?
Oh, well, and by the way, Kendra keep my timeline off the chain on Twitter. So y'all follow on Twitter and Instagram because it's off the chain, man. Why we shouting out wives? Why not shout out my wife, man? Essential Sweets by Dia, man. If y'all need some cakes, you need some cake pops, man. It's crack, man.
Then she got some red velvet cake, make it slap your mama and your grandma.
That's right, man. eSweetsByDia.com. I think Twitter, same thing. eSweets by Dia. So shout out to Dia. DJ Burn again. Shout out, baby. I'm looking forward to the second Burnt Popcorn you go drop. DJ Tantrum, you know what I'm saying? Always. Texans DJ Squad, Surround Sound DJ Squad. You know we doing it. At DJ Unknown DJ is my Twitter. Facebook.com/DJ Unknown DJ. And DJUnknownDJ.com is coming soon. So be on the lookout for that.
Cool. Already, you guys can check me out on Twitter at BigTex_HOU. I'm on Facebook at Big Tex Rock My Party. Hey, man, hit us up, man. If y'all need a party within the Houston area, the region, we will travel, if y'all will pay. So hit us up, man. Like I say, on our Twitter feed, on our Facebook. Other than that, man, you know, we shouting out from the Mecca. We got some other stuff coming up, man. Me and Unknown just talked about putting together a documentary. So we trying to do some big things here in the H, man, you know, and just let everybody know that we are the Surround Sound DJs. This is Surround Sound DJ TV. And
one last thing, man, any up-and-coming artists, you know, just send us a shout-out to each one of our Twitters if you want to send music. Hit us up, Twitter, our email address. I'll put that up on the screen where you can send your music. Sponsors, if any sponsors out there you want to sponsor, you know, get your logo or any commercials added to the video. I'll also put that information on the screen there so you can give us a shout-out if you want to do business with us. So, Surround Sound TV.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. And till the next time, man, y'all stay cool.
Yeah, we're going to try to do this like every 1 or 2 weeks. So I know it's been about 3 or 4 months, but, you know, life happens. But, you know, we're going to be back in a little bit.
I appreciate it.
Peace out.
I got the order for hustling, the mind of a day for they G. For they the rapper, bitch, you niggas gon' see. Getting money's all I know, cause that's the only thing that matters. Fuck no chops, a nigga need some